All right, here we go. Big Daddy Shin, day 388 at 24 Fitness. So today, special day of my life. Well, I mean, you know, my students heard this story, and you know, some of you guys keep track on me what January 31st is. But yeah, today's a 3-year anniversary of my dad's memorial. So yeah, it was a pretty tough week, you know. I feel better today than normal, but you know, I got to hang out with my mom, Stu, and then we did all the whole teaching the song in class. And well, let me check in. Yeah. So, anyways, today I taught. Well, this whole week I was teaching the 2 songs that I sung at my dad's memorial, and then yeah, you know, it was a great experience. And then today was hanging out. You know, Stuart's leaving for Vegas tomorrow for a convention. So me, my mom, and Stu just went out to eat. And then so while we're there, my brother Howard had a group text with Edna and us, and then sent these pictures. You know, I mean, it was nice. We got to see some of these pictures of family from back in the day. And then, I don't know, it was pretty touching. But now I'm here, I feel pretty energetic. Gonna go do my thing. What's going on? Here's Zayna here. The dudes, yes, awesome. Yes, way to go. All right, there we go. 3 guys, 3 amigos. Oh, good. Right here. All right. All right, here we go. One, 2, 73. Okay, that one didn't end too well. So anyways, yes, 273. It's okay, because I ate a pretty good dinner with my mom and Stu. Yes, I still ate the ham bones, so it's like, yeah, a lot of water, tons of water. And what can you do, right? So, and I also realized that I wasn't working as hard as I normally did. So maybe there's just, I don't know, this whole week it's like there's stuff in me. And then I think, I have no idea why. So, we'll see what happens in the next couple days, right? So, starting tomorrow, you know, I mean, we had the thing today, and then I'm going to take my mom to watch a movie. It's like, they show the opera in a movie theater that's like live in New York or something. So, I'm going to watch that on Sunday. And then that was the time. It was 3 years from the service, my dad's memorial service, and then Stuart's birthday's on Sunday, a Super Bowl. I'm not going to do any Super Bowl party, so I'm not worried about eating that day. Monday is my mom's. Well, it would have been my mom and dad's anniversary, so I'm gonna take her out to dinner. And we will probably go to sushi. So, you know, after that day, yeah, I'm going straight up to exercise. I mean, unless I find a Valentine's Day. Okay, but anyways, yeah, I figure some of you guys don't understand what makes me me. I should have done a regular video about this. I figure since I'm on the gym, and then today is like, you know, celebrating my dad's memory. And I'll tell you about that. So 3 years ago, it was like one of the worst days ever. Well, it was probably the worst day ever, you know. So, you know, I joined that club where people don't want to join, you know. Like you see on social media or something, some person, they lose their father, they lose their mom, or they're really sick, or they pass away, and then you see a lot of people say, oh, so sorry, my condolences, you know, I'll pray for you. Do they really? Who knows, right? The thing is, when you have both your parents, you don't even really know what to say, right? You're just like, but once it happens to you, you know exactly what to say. Because you know the same crappy feeling that these people are going through, right? So, before that, it's like, okay, so my dad, he passed away 3 years ago. And then before that, he was like on dialysis for like 6 years. So I remember when he first did it, I thought it was the end of the world. I'm crying. I'm like, oh. And then he would go, and then, you know, get all his blood cleaned. Like, you get hooked up to a machine with your arm, and it takes your blood out. He had diabetes, and his kidneys didn't work. It takes 4 hours to clean your system. And then so you had to go there 3 times a week. So if that wasn't bad enough, he had a stroke in his neck. So he couldn't, well, I mean, okay. So the little flap, when you drink water, it covers up the air of your lungs so it doesn't go in your lungs. When you breathe, it covers up the other thing, so, right? It wasn't flipping. So every time he tried to drink water, go in his lungs. Same thing like eating food, it goes straight to his lungs. So he had to get a G-tube, this hole in his stomach, and then like a tube, and then you feed like that. Yeah, 6 years. So it's pretty bad. And then I remember trying to visit him as much as I can, and then I would be like trying to cheer him up. It's like, hey, Dad, you know, I was on this game show. Oh yeah, you know, I met this new girl, or oh yeah, did this, that, whatever, right? Try to just get any like emotion out of him, but he would just sit there because he's so tired. You know, only drinking that stuff in his stomach, and then like no energy from all the dialysis. And then so that's when I decided to do that whole YouTube stuff. So instead of telling my dad what I'm doing, I would show him. So, you know, when you see me go to like Disneyland, sports games, Mexico, it's something, right? So he'd be able to see it. And then as time went on, whenever I'd go there, I'm trying to be like all fun and hey, Dad, da, 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 right? And then just watching him, I would cry. It was horrible. I mean, you know, you just see me break in the video, or no video sometimes, just regular. And what happened is, one time I did it, he pats me on the shoulder, and he goes, Steve, everything's gonna be okay. I mean, at the time it made me cry harder. I'm like, no, right? But, one thing that I learned is that the dying thing is not the worst part. The worst part about dying is the process of dying. So whenever something bad happened, you had to go to the ER, my mom would be calling, hey, your dad's getting in the hospital. And we're just thinking, oh my gosh, this is it. We'd be praying to God, please save my dad, and go to the hospital. He's all wired up, hooked up, and, you know, you're like, oh man, that's it. Then he gets better, comes home. Oh, thank you, God, everything, right? And then a couple months later, happens again. Same thing. And it happens again. So literally, it felt like my dad died like 20 times, right? And then so each time, it's no easier than the next. You know, you feel the sorrow and scared. You don't know what to do. But the day it actually happened, my brother called me in the morning. Hey, Steve, yeah, Dad's, he's gone. And then so, I hung up the phone, and I'm lying there in bed, and I thought I was going to have the worst cry of them all. But I didn't. I laid there, and then I heard my dad in my voice, and I heard his voice in my head saying, everything's going to be okay. I'm like, huh. No more dialysis machine. No more eating through a tube. No more just sitting there, just watching the world passing by, and it's like all the pain and all the stuff is like, oh gosh, he's at peace. And then so all of a sudden I realized it felt like a big weight was lifted. Because now my dad is chilling with God, right? And then I feel like instead of me telling him or showing him on video what I'm doing and cool things are happening, I feel like my dad is there. So if you see my other videos, I wear a pair of sunglasses, or you'll see me with the gold wired glasses, right? The converted avatars, aviators. So those ones were my dad's glasses, and so I changed the lenses to my prescription, and then it feels like I'm seeing the world through my dad's eyes. It's pretty amazing, right? And then when people ask me, or they find out stories about my dad, whatever, they're like, your dad seems like he was a great guy. I wish I would have met him. I go, well, you did meet him. Everything good about me is because of my dad. And it's like, wow, okay, so I was telling the kids this actually. So yeah, everything good about you is for your mom and dad, right? And then it's all about legacy. The thing is, everybody who you meet, well, especially like father, son, mother, daughter, all that kind of thing, you carry on their legacy. Now it's important. So the timeline is this. My brother Howard, his birthday's on January 28th. My dad passes away on the 31st. Edna's husband, my brother-in-law JC, his birthday's on February 2nd. Stuart's birthday's on February 3rd. My parents' 55th anniversary was coming up on February 4th. And, just moving on that way, right? Usually that was a big week to celebrate everything. We're always happy. But then that week sucked. It really did. But for my mom, even more so, right? So, because she was with him for a very, very long time. And then also, she spent every moment caring for him when he was sick. So that's about 6 years of just nonstop. And then so he was gone. And then she was really distraught, right? So then somehow I came up with this thing where I'm thinking well, Mom, Dad loved you very much. And, he always wanted to take care of you, and he could take care of you if he could. But he couldn't. But the thing is, part of Dad lives through me, through Stuart, Howard, Edna, all the grandkids, I think this was Dad's way of saying, hey, Mom, it's our turn to take care of you. So now, instead of having one dad take care of my mom, it's like 4 pieces of my dad taking care of my mom. So then, it made her feel a little bit better, But it's it's very, very important that, you take care of your parents. So, try to spend as much time, with your mom, my mom. So it'll explain a lot if you actually, the people that watch this video, thank you very much. Most people won't even understand the story about me. But this is why I really value parents and the time that you guys have. Now, the thing is, some people, when somebody close to them passes away, they're like, oh, if only I had one more year, one more month, one more week, one more day, one more second. You know, ultimately, with my dad, it didn't really matter. Because there's not one more thing I could have said to make him know that I love him more. And there's nothing more he could have said to me, and I knew that he loves me with everything. So that's why, when he passed away, I was like, wow. You know, the love is still there. The love is still alive. You know? But that's the most important thing about, a relationship, is that love. It doesn't matter what kind of house you have, or what kind of car, or what your friend's doing, or your friend's kids are doing. No, it's not. It's like, how much do you guys love each other? So, that's what I try to do. You know, maybe I'm not the best example of everything, but I'm just doing my part on trying to increase people's happiness. And you know, I mean, sometimes I'm not fully happy. Oh yeah, right? You can't be like that all the time. But deep inside, I'm chill. I have peace of mind, I have peace of heart. Yeah, you know, I have bills to pay and things to worry about. But it all comes down to it, love. That's all I really need. I guess the Beatles sung a song about that, right? So after all this, what my dad said was pretty prophetic. Everything's going to be okay. And everything is okay. So when people, they write their posts and say, oh, you know, my dad just passed away, my mom just passed away. And then, you know, you see all the sorries, tears. I just write, everything's going to be okay. That's it. You know? Then, I don't know. So even though, current situation, I'm super tired. My throat still hurts. I think my throat's more just tired right now. I have to go do my weights and stuff. I have to do all these different things. Honestly, that stuff really doesn't matter. Because after all is said and done, everything's going to be okay. So that's that. Okay. Kind of different. Kind of what you're not expecting. Anyways, I'll leave the speaking to that. Alright, there you go. Day 388 in the books. So I know I said I was going to exercise, but all that food that I was eating lately, catching up to me, I got to go home. If you know what I mean. But anyway, so yeah, I have to do that. But, you know, after all said and done, time waits for nobody. Everything's going to be okay. Ooh, yes. Ooh, it feels so good. So, you know, time of reflection and, you know, it's like, all right, I love my dad, I love my mom, and thankful that, you know, I'm their product, right? It all comes down to this, doing 388 days in a row, right? So, yeah, I'm going to have to do some makeup exercise. Well, not really makeup exercises, because I said I was going to do 4 times a week. And then so, yeah, I'll get that. But no more just cardio days for the rest of the week. Yes? Anyways, I'm at my car. Gotta go. And, yeah, I said all I need to say today. So, Big Daddy Shin, day 388. If I can exercise 388 days in a row, you can exercise 388 days in a row. Because Because if I can do it, you can do it. And I'm doing it. You know why? Because everything's gonna be okay. I love you, Dad. Anyways, I love you, Mom. I almost had it. All right.